All right, this next video is about your baseline. I'm gonna do it while I'm driving. That'll be interesting. I figured, why not? I can multitask. I can get things done, right? I can push out some more videos, and it makes my ride more fun and exciting. So, your baseline. What's that all about? Right? What is that? What does that do? Why is that something I always talk about? Well, your baseline is kind of like an indicator of what state you're in. Survival state, fight or flight, and also the loads that you've put on over the years, because life's been throwing you curveballs, situations, relationships, work environment. You were on medication, you were, trauma here and there. Just events in life. Put your bucket full, and your baseline went up, right? So a baseline is something that moves up and down, right? When you're, rest and digest, just hanging out, right? And then, let's say 15,000 years ago, in the olden days, you're out, just doing stuff, and all of a sudden you have another tribesman come in, and you're being attacked by another colony, or you're attacked by a bear or a tiger. Sorry, I gotta pay attention to the lights here. People are walking by. This is what happens. Like, they say you're in danger, your baseline goes up to fight or flight, because it's there to protect you. You gotta either fight or flee. And after it's done, after let's say you killed the bear, or let's say you ran from the bear and you made it and you're safe now, then your baseline goes down. Back to zero, right? Back to baseline, zero, right? And you're chilling out, you're calm, your body's working normal again, because when your baseline goes up, your body takes a break from, digesting that burrito, or, detoxing that whatever you had, or healing that cut that you had a week ago. It takes a break, it puts it on pause and go, we got to focus our energy on keeping this guy alive, because right now he's in danger. So let's help him out. So, the body's like, yep, dropping that, let's go help him out. That's more important. Let's keep him alive, because if you're dead, you're not digesting a burrito. That's not happening, right? So there's a priority thing. But what happens is, when your baseline is constantly high because of years of, let's say you're in a toxic relationship where you're always fighting and angry, and right, it was toxic, your baseline is in survival state. It's always up here, right? And what happens when it's up there all the time, it has no chance to go back down to zero, right? So you're teaching the brain that we're always in danger. So the brain goes, okay, well, I'll always be on guard, right? So your baseline gets hardwired there. It gets locked in there. And then let's say you get out of that environment and you're, in a calm environment. Guess what? You're still in the danger zone. You're still in a state of fight or flight, because you've been in it for so long. So the brain is like, I don't trust that you're safe. I'm sorry. We're gonna, it's gonna take me a while to have that baseline come back down. So when you have a baseline that's up there, you get chronic symptoms. You get sick. That's just the way it is, right? So what you have to do in my program is you got to do the 5 keys to recovery. Follow my videos, and you got to work on getting that baseline down, right? And there's in the 5 keys of recovery, it'll show you how to do that. So you bring that baseline down, and your bucket gets empty, right? And your symptoms start to poof, 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 go away, right? Because your body is able to regulate. It's catching up on a lot of big workloads that it hasn't had time to heal or process, and it's now being able to do that because you're not giving it such a workload anymore, because you're processing. You're allowing you're changing your mindset that allows your body to heal, right? So some of the ways that we bring our baseline down is with our visuals. Every day, 1 hour, you do a visual. You're sitting in dose, right? Dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, endorphins, 1 hour a day. That helps bring that baseline down slowly. And that's why you can't miss a day. You can't miss an hour. You have to do it every day. Just gonna pass this guy here. So you can't miss an hour. You got to do it every day so that you're consistently bringing that baseline down, right? Because it takes a lot of focus and energy to bring it down. Because if you don't, you'll get caught up in your alarms, and you'll always stay in that state of fight or flight, in that survival state. And we're trying to bring it down because we want to get less alarms, so we can think clearly, and so our body can heal properly, and we can feel good, right? That's the whole point. So the visuals are very important. Another key element is elevating your mood every day. Dancing, making it an activity that you're doing, making it a part of your recovery. You're going to work to feel good. So you're going to actually go out there, let's say for 2 hours, put music on, and whatever chores you got to do in the house, put music on and dance. If you're cooking, dance. If you're doing the dishes, put the music on. Have any reason for you to elevate. And you might not feel good while you're doing it, but do it anyway, because eventually your brain and your body will catch on that you're safe, and it'll start turning off alarms, and you'll start to feel good, right? In the beginning you won't feel good, but it takes some time for it to catch up, right? And then you'll dance and it'll feel good, and you're going to want to dance, and it's going to be like no effort, right? So elevating, visuals. And you want to know something else? I'll drop your baseline. This is something that people don't realize. When you stop fighting your thoughts, when you stop resisting, I don't like this. When you stop resisting, because what you resist persists. When something persists, there's an inner battle, there's tension, right? And what happens if there's a fight? Your baseline goes up, because in your survival, you're fighting survival mode, right? So when you start to allow, which is one of the recovery key elements, when you start to allow your thoughts to be there, when you become a cork in water and you absorb the waves and you let it come in and out of you, right? And then you keep engaging, what happens is you're manipulating the energy to allow it to flow through you instead of stopping it and fighting with it. Because when you do that, your baseline goes up, you get more alarms, right? And you get symptoms that are, the alarms are the symptoms that we don't like, and we loop on them, and we're back on to a heightened state of fight or flight. Your baseline's up again, right? So that's why allowing is a really important part that helps bring that baseline down. Not just the visuals, not just elevating, but the allowing part of those alarms. It's really important, because if you don't bring your baseline down, sure, you could, send the right response to your symptoms, and they go away, and then that pain in your shoulder goes away. But guess what? If you're in a heightened state of fight or flight and your baseline's up, you're going to get another symptom to replace that symptom, right? Or it'll just move around. It'll come back in a week, right? So because your brain needs to send you alarms, and sure, you turned off one alarm, but it's going to just give you another alarm for you to acknowledge. So why not, instead of always turning off alarms for the rest of your life, why not turn off your alarms, allow, elevate, do your visuals, and bring your baseline down so you don't have alarms to turn off anymore. That's why the baseline is very important. That's why it's important for us to work on bringing it down, so that this way, it's a bunch of things at the same time that we're working on, right? That's why it's a program. That's why it's a method. So there's methods of how to respond correctly, and then there's these activities that you do every day to bring that baseline down. So it's, you're doing 5 different things every day. Now, it'll keep you busy. It's literally a 9-to-5 job, right? And so I hope that gives some clarity on how these things work together to help you to the path of recovery. And when you have all these things that work together, you actually move forward really quickly. So hope that helps. And if you have any questions about bringing your baseline down, put them down on the bottom, and I'll tackle those one by one. Have a good day. Oh yeah, I forgot to add, I gotta start saying this at the end of every video. Like, share, and subscribe. because it helps my algorithm get more views. And the more views I get, the more awareness I can spread, and the more people we can help. So, yeah, thank you, and have a good day again.